Hello.
We're back. He
Hello,
ruined
everyone.
the music because he clicked start and then back to the main menu.
You're dumb. No, it's totally okay. We're
Alright,
good.
go. Hit the start.
We're getting ready to play
Yeah.
to play.
Yeah.
Mm, you're not.
Yay! I
Anyways.
already drew Remele too.
Oh wait. Before we start,
What?
it's not what I wanted to do. Credits. Let's look. Who's responsible for this train wreck?
Mm.
CeeLo Green.
This guy wrote Bronya and Zebra.
Mm,
I'm okay with this guy.
mm. And then this writer gets
Uh
gets the big lady, the clother.
oh no, it's gonna be another furry.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
It's gonna be another like slight references to furry material.
Oh the
That rocket is not centered. The engine, the
dumb.
little piece on the end. It's
Stupid.
not centered.
You're dumb. Anyway, we finally know who colored Volume 6. Wow, it
Amber
was
Crab.
Amber. Okay, meanwhile we got this artist again, Volume
He did
7.
Volume 4. What was Volume 4 again?
Uh,
He also did the art for Volume 4. Let's go look at Volume 4. We'll take a look.
We'll look later. We'll look when we get there.
And he
Alright.
named it Pirates, by the way. I saw this earlier.
So dumb.
I love his names for things.
So bad.
I still wish the :0 showed up.
So dumb. So terrible.
That's a great emoticon.
Anyway, whoever this is, J. Charadasperity Stephen.
This person, this is a reused theme from Colors of Mayhem.
Oh,
I looked it up earlier
What a newt.
because I knew I wasn't going to be able to hear it.
Alright, well, Mint Chip Leaf is gone, thank God. It's back to
What's wrong with Mint Chip Leaf? You can't even tell the difference.
What did he do?
He did the game design and programming.
Why didn't this person do the game design and programming?
What does it matter?
Because Mint Chip Leaf is a scam.
How is he a scam? He didn't even. There were no glitches. It just went forward the same way. Alright, go to the fucking main menu. Stop laughing at your stupidity.
Mint Chip Leaf?
Stupid.
Okay.
Volume 4. What's Volume 4?
Volume 4 was tagged.
Oh shit, it's this one. I'm so excited. I'm so excited now.
Alright.
He's a good artist.
Well, it's time for incredible size disparities, if you saw the screenshots. Ever since you were a kid back on Earth, you have always held the deep, close wish to one day travel the world.
Oh, this is some insight on our character.
You wanted to see new places, experience exciting new tastes and altitudes and temperatures, maybe go scuba diving.
Maybe.
You never imagined you would actually get the chance. That kind of cool stuff didn't happen to someone like you. Well, you're finally getting your wish. It's just a totally different world. Funny how life turns out. When you get back to Earth, well, you don't want to think about that. Who knows if it will ever even happen. You have really chilled out recently. Found your place in the universe.
I don't know.
Drifting from friend to friend.
You know, I was amused because I was wondering if they were going to do friendship again, and they didn't. They did a friend.
Adventure to adventure. It's the only way to live. Anyway, yes. Here we are with
Oh my
incredible
God,
size
she's
disparities.
enormous.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
she's huge. Hover over her again. Oh, look at that hand. It's like the size of my face. Jesus.
You nut. You triple nut.
Oh, I love her.
Stupid.
Remele Namak and Konil Okima. Okima.
I think your volume
Oh,
is too high.
wait, go back. Oh, too late now.
What?
we forgot to do the self-voicing for Follicle and Cuprum and whatever nonsense. Who else was it? Oh yeah, L word. Alright, we can do that afterwards, though. Just don't forget. If we forget, then fuck us.
You turn your volume down, Cameron.
My volume?
It's too high.
Turning it down. Say
Still,
something?
what a neat.
Okay, go.
Okay. Well, we're gonna start with this
Her titty
ugly.
is sliding off her baby. Look, you can see her bra.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's a tank top.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, we're starting with this ugly motherfucker.
And she's not ugly.
Look at this. Look.
What are you talking about? I think she's pretty.
You're not.
Click her. Click her
You're
right
not.
now.
It's like those people in like Greek paintings
You're stupid.
with their fucking hair up and they got like the bandana. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Future me knows what I'm talking about. He'll like put in a picture and then you'll feel stupid.
Yep.
Alright. You've wandered into a part of town that seems to have some culture going on.
Ooh, culture. What?
Don't be a newt. Come on. There are a lot of bright neon lights, and you can't read what the signs say. But you can see arcades, performance space, and what looks like a movie theater. Perhaps more indie-oriented compared to the mall cinemas you've seen before.
No, but I'm actually excited because I want to learn more about their culture. Look at this.
Spoily-ups. It's just human culture, but different.
It is different, and I want to know the difference. Now click it.
Human culture with horns. As you continue wandering, you come across a trendy-looking building with a placard outside that shows a little cartoon doodle of a fancy waiter holding out trays of snacks.
And she bet it's just a cartoon doodle.
You can't read what the words say, but you recognize the intergalactic signal for free food inside, come on in.
Go in.
Oh.
God, we're fucking starving, man. Hang on, don't
Hey.
click anything. Look at that.
Hey,
Purple
look.
bloods. There are a lot of purple bloods in here. Look,
Looks-
purple, and then go to the other purple blood. With the cat, with the hat. The hat one?
The what?
That
what?
one. Right there. He has a hat on.
Oh.
And then go
Anyway.
to the other one behind it. And then there's another one. And then there's two other people, which they could be Indigo or Cerulean, I'm not sure.
Well, there's Marvis.
Wait, that's Marvis?
Looks just like him.
Is that oh shit! What's he doing here?
Looking at art.
I'm sorry, wait. Did Remele pirate these famous paintings? How did you manage to do that? The scream is in the background over there. Looks like these are all a lot of, famous paintings.
Oh yeah. And balloons on the ceiling in nets for some reason.
Because it's cool.
I think I'm gonna like drop the nets and then the balloons will fall
and then
down
everyone's like,
and then
I
they
get-
die. There's the waiter.
one of these balloons has poison in it.
There's the waiter.
Yeah, I know. It's not. It doesn't look like snacks. It looks like a piece of cake.
You head inside, and it appears to be an art gallery. It must be opening tonight.
Ah, jeez.
Because
We're
there
kind of a low blood to be here.
because there are festive decorations up and a little table offering drinks and hors d'oeuvres.
I don't know. I would have pronounced that horse stew whatever's.
No, you're bad. That's hors d'oeuvres, Cameron.
I know.
You're bad. There are many other art appreciators here, and your adrenaline spikes when you realize most of the trolls milling around are purple bloods.
Yeah.
You're not sure if some paintings and snacks are worth the high chances of being maimed when chaotic violence breaks out, but as you're debating the merits of free food versus probable injury, someone approaches you. Oh.
Hey, baby. Let's see. You? Okay. Ooh. Oh, wait. Do self-voicing.
Oh. Alright, prepare your ears instead of listening to this nice, newtly song.
Self-voicing enabled. Remele. Self-voicing disabled.
Remele.
Hello,
Oh.
Remele.
No.
How did you pronounce it?
I thought it was Remele.
I thought it was Remele too.
Remele. Remele.
It's like melody.
Remele. Remele.
Remele.
Mm.
Remele.
Don't newt.
Okay, see. You. Okay. Hang on.
Mm.
Oh, wow. Okay, so, alright. Okay. You... yeah, stop moving things! I'm trying to read!
Read.
You're moving everything on the screen. Okay. You don't look like... Okay, you don't look like one of my patrons. Are you lost?
You're bad. Anyway, it's a good song. Sounds vaguely like hip-hop accordion, but...
Yep. Because pirates. Now go.
And...
Or are you perhaps looking to start collecting? If you're loaded, ignore the first question. Art is for everyone, after all, regardless of your blood color.
The 4. Get out of
4.
here.
That looks like 5 to me.
That's 5. Get out.
Nah, our character just can't see. Don't worry about it.
The 4 black people.
We're like starving and hyper injured and like sun bleached. We're gonna have a little bit of trouble seeing that well.
The 4 black peoples in her eye glint and sparkle, and you're not sure yet if it's a menacing or friendly sparkle. She grins at you, and it shows all her teeth. Let's just recall the last time we ran into a cerulean blood.
Well, no, the last cerulean blood was Elward.
Oh, you're right. How about the first time?
Anyway, go. So what do you think of the art? Have any paintings caught your eye?
You're so bad. You look around. You don't know much about art, but you are a nerd. And a lot of the paintings in here remind you of scenes from popular movies and games back home.
Scenes from popular movies and games back home?
I'm sorry.
This doesn't look anything like that to me.
What kind of movies and games are you playing?
Mona Lisa Simulator. Paint the Mona Lisa.
This guy had one boring life. Sometimes you like get a game cartridge. I don't know if you know about this, but there used to be like art galleries on game cartridges, and they sucked.
What the heck?
They're just like low resolution pictures.
Why?
It's art.
Go.
I don't know, because game consoles weren't established as for games at that time.
Okay, whatever. Go.
Alright, well, it's time.
Off to a good start. Go! Go!
Dude.
Yay!
Oh.
See, the artwork is stunning, perhaps the best I've ever seen. Troll Mona Lisa, who? It seems kind of derivative. Okay, let's start with derivative. I feel like that's gonna be an insta-lose.
It seems kind of derivative.
What does derivative mean?
It means it's derived off of other art.
You clearly know nothing about art, pleb. Plebe. If you don't like it, there's the door. Make room for someone with money to burn in better taste.
Alright, this expression didn't match up with what we got at all, but okay.
What are you talking about?
We didn't get an angry face.
Well, she just gave us an angry face right now, don't worry. What? Whatever.
Go away. You're dumb.
You're so stupid.
You're stupid. Alright.
The artwork, okay, go ahead.
The artwork is stunning, perhaps the best I've ever seen. Troll Mona Lisa, who...
Stop, you flatterer.
Puts a hand on her hip and winks at you, and you're guessing here that she doesn't...
Like fake British spelling of everything.
You're not... It's a fake old-timely spelling. You're guessing here that she doesn't actually want you to stop. Also making the connection that she must be the artist who painted all these. You sense an opportunity for friendship. It's your friendship sense tingling. So you lay it on thick and gush about how talented she is.
Huh. I thought you looked like a dumbass when you walked in, but you have good taste after all. Let me show you around.
You follow
Remele. Just say Remele, whatever.
Remele through the gallery, swinging by the table with the free food first. It's pretty good by the standards you've come to expect on Alternia. But what you thought was wine at first glance is actually Fago. No thanks.
You may have noticed some themes in my exhibited work. I don't love clowns or gore as much as it may seem. That's just what I have for sale here. If you look at my work online, you'll see more of the full range of my art. But for this fancy gallery shit, Purple Bloods are some of my best customers. Those clowns fucking love art. They're rich as fuck. And they'll buy anything as long as it's violent enough or features religious themes.
This sounds too much like another voice. Which voice?
I don't know.
Jeez. Hang on. Let me reread the. Hang on. Cut this part.
Sure, dumb. You've seen the kind of destruction and mayhem that Purple Bloods are capable of, so you're surprised that she doesn't seem to mind being in such a crowded gallery with so many of them.
I'm sorry, we have? When?
I don't know.
Never. I guess we saw one on stage break a mic stand.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Most other trolls you've interacted with have done their best to steer clear of the clown murder cult guys, at least when one of those hate romance relationships isn't on the table. Isn't it kind of dangerous to actively court them for your audience?
Oh, sure. They can be unpredictable, and keeping them happy requires some schmoozing. Occasionally I have to pretend like I've drunk the Fago and pull some religious references out of my ass.
It's like drinking the Kool-Aid.
Stupid.
But it's nothing I can't handle. You can make a lot more money as an artist if you're not choosy about what you draw.
I can agree with that.
No.
One of my customers is this blue blood moron who only ever commissions me to draw low bloods in quadrants with other low bloods.
That's good.
I wonder, who could it be?
Stupid.
I've got him convinced I'm giving him a deal on this rate when he's actually paying 5 times what I charge anyone else. My point is, artistic integrity is for chumps. If you want to get ahead in this world, give the people what they want first.
Yeah, that's a pretty rational business model.
That strikes you as a depressing outlook on the creative process. But you're aware by now that idealism on Alternia tends to lead to shorter lifespans.
It is depressing, but it's true.
And you have to admit, looking around at the crowd in this gallery, that her cynical approach seems to be working. You tell her that she sounds pretty business savvy in addition to talented, and she winks at you again.
Thanks, I know. Because I make bank doing shit like this, I'm able to fund my passion projects. You should really check out my webcomic.
Webcomic?
But before you can find out what her webcomic is about, she notices another troll that has been sidling up to you. As she approaches, she whips out what looks like a small recording device with a smile. Oh. Remele's face goes carefully blank and she crosses her arms over her chest.
And how can I help you?
Wait, is she pulled out the recording device?
Cameron, did you even read?
What?
You're so bad. There's another. There's.
Okay, as the other girl approaches, she whips out what it.
Oh wait. Damn it. Fucking ambiguous phrasing.
It is ambiguous. I don't know. Maybe.
Someone whipped out a thing.
Okay, wait.
But Remele reacts to this. So.
Okay, so I assume it's the girl that approached with the recording device.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's a teal blood, which means maybe they're a lawyer.
It's a journalist.
Maybe they're a law person.
Cameron, it's a journalist.
Why? Because their name is Journo?
No, because they're with Alternian Nightly, you shit.
Oh, okay. You want to be the voice actor for this one?
Okay.
Hurry up.
What do I do? What do I do, Cameron?
And I'll give him a really, like, nutly, wavery voice.
Oh, yes.
Keep going.
Hello there, Miss Nmlak.
What the hell?
You said wavery.
This isn't exactly what I expected.
I'm with
I guess what I
Alternian
meant was
Nightly.
a little more bouncy.
I'm with Alternian Nightly, and I must say it looks like your first ever gallery exhibit has been a smashing success so far.
I really like the voice you did for the Burgundy kid when we were looking at not when we were recording ever for when we were looking at Amicia.
You're so dumb.
Do that voice again.
I don't remember that voice.
No.
The journalist's syrupy tone and innocuous words don't seem threatening to you.
Syrupy.
You're syrupy, but you're picking up on some tense vibes from Remele, whose hair ribbon swings forward in front of her face aggressively.
What? Oh, sorry.
Of course, it's a success. I never expected otherwise.
Maybe not, but some in the art world have expressed surprise at the timing of this. Some have called it bold, considering that you're currently in the middle of a plagiarism controversy.
Oh, damn.
Would you care to comment on the case against you by Trident Media? Instead of being caught off guard by the question sprung on her, Remele relaxes and laughs.
Oh, that... As if they have any kind of real evidence that I'm violating their precious intellectual property. All the characters I draw and profit from are entirely original, and Trident Media and the Legislator are just mad about it because the whole internet knows that my storylines are better than the source material.
Source material. Slipped up a little. Oops.
I mean, better than the unrelated creative works that my comics happen to bear a superficial resemblance to. Feel free to quote me on that.
Oh, Remele.
The reporter takes the quote and scuttles away. Scuttle. Remele seems unbothered, but you can't help but feel concerned for her. Copyright infringement is serious business. Is your new friend in legal hot water?
Nah, Alternia barely has any copyright protections to speak of. It's just that little pest gorge. Trying to stir up shit as usual. The company behind his lawsuit wouldn't even care if he hadn't gotten involved. It's no big deal. Nothing I can't handle.
You go back to following her around the gallery, keeping your distance whenever a purple blood comes up to compliment her on her work. And you can tell that despite her confident attitude, Remele is still thinking about that journalist. Taps her foot and frowns at the paintings whenever there's a lull in conversation, throwing glances at the door that the journalist left through.
You know, it's not like Alternia has a free press or credible newspapers. That reporter was probably hired by someone with a grudge to dig up dirt on me. I don't think it was Gorget, actually. Too obvious. Amateurish. No, this stinks of my competition. The artistic establishment that thinks all I do is fan art and shouldn't be taken seriously as an artist. All of their paintings are in the museum across the street, and they hate that I've managed to put up my own exhibit. Those stuck-up, pretentious, bold scrubs have been trying to sabotage me for so long.
Old scrubs.
Mm.
He turns to you, hands balled up into fists, and the X in her eye flashing with passion. Yeah, how's it 4 if it's an X, huh?
You can have 4 and make an X.
No.
If they just like flube into each other, you know, kind of like goat's eye.
You're new. Get out of here.
But 2 goat's eyes diagonal to each other.
Get out of here.
I've been waiting for the opportunity to strike back at them. If everyone is gonna accuse me of being a thief and a hack anyway, I might as well steal from them for real. But their security is tight. I haven't had an accomplice. Until now.
You'll be indisposable again.
What do you say? Want to help me pull off a risky art heist?
Oh.
Cool choices.
Alright,
Is this even a real choice? I guess we'll find
Maybe.
out.
let's start with yes.
Yes. Remele does one last round in her exhibit, saying goodbye to her patrons and grabbing her bag, which seems to be mostly art supplies, as you head out the door and onto the street. The museum that she wants to rob is at the end of the block in a much bigger, fancier building than the one you just walked out of. All the lights are off inside, and it doesn't have any signs advertising current exhibits.
We can do this one of 2 ways. Follow that journalist and steal the keys if she has them, or break in without them.
Okay, here's the real choice.
Yeah.
Don't even need to bother. Can I save over this?
Yeah, save it over the other one. Maybe.
You know, why don't we check
load,
right now?
Load over the other one. Load the other one before we even try that.
What?
Hit load.
No, I'm gonna save right here. And
No,
then-
you filled the spot.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
No.
Eat a newt.
Okay, hit load.
And we're gonna load this one.
I'll try hell fucking yes.
Okay. It's exactly the same.
Well, look what you did. You wasted a spot.
You wasted the spot.
Can't believe you would waste that spot.
Whatever.
Now we have to save that over the other baby, and then we'll put Conil over that later.
You're a baby.
Save it right now.
Okay.
Little did you know, fuck yes has a different.
No. Alright, we're gonna steal. It's time to steal.
Steal them.
Steal the keys. You would much rather walk through an unlocked door than try to bust it down, and the reporter is still in sight, turning a corner down the street. You try to imitate Remele's casual yet confident way of walking, like she could blend in anywhere and pull off anything. But despite your efforts to not attract suspicion, you keep getting looks. Not being the same species as everyone around you tends to make you stand out.
Shit. This could be a problem.
You have like 2 expressions.
She's had a few.
3 expressions.
That's stupid.
There we go.
Ooh. I can put together a disguise for you. Hang on.
You watch as she starts pulling things from her bag. She seems to have all sorts of things in there, from paintbrushes to blobs of clay to paint. And you think
When
she...
did you have a bag?
I don't know. There was a bag. She picked it up. And you think she might be putting together some fake horns for you from scratch real quick? Before she can finish, you realize that one of the purple bloods about to walk into Remele's gallery is staring at you. Uh-oh. He looks vaguely familiar, and you realize a little too late where you've met before when he starts walking towards you.
What?
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh.
You read this guy. Make him sound like a nerd.
You.
No, don't give him even a little bit of rasp. Make him sound nerdy and not intimidating.
You. I remember you. You broke into my apartment. It's the same troll that you and Polypa escaped from. You back away as he advances, a lazy grin on his face. Remele glances from him to you and back to him again.
Well, looks like I'm not going to have an accomplice after all.
Ooh, are we ready to die?
Sorry, pal.
She hoists her bag over her shoulder and shrugs her hands in a what can you do gesture. When she's gone, then she's gone, the big purple blood paying her no mind as she absconds. You want to feel betrayed, but it's hard to blame her considering how scary this guy is. In your heart you know that you're dead already, but you're not going to accept your fate without attempting to prevent it. You make a mad dash to escape, sprinting towards a skinny alleyway and thinking maybe you can scamper up a fire escape or something. Unfortunately, your attacker's size doesn't seem to slow him down, and you can hear his heavy footfalls right behind you. He laughs, and it somehow sounds dopey and dumb and completely terrifying at the same time. Hey, it's here.
Oh hey, they used to come through one after all.
Hey. You make it to the alley, but you fucked up because it's a dead end and you don't see anything you could use to clamber to high enough ground. You turn to face him, hopelessness sinking down to your toes.
Please let us die.
Your scrappy alien tenure on this hazardous new planet is about to come to a messy end. The purple blood swings his massive club lazily in one hand as he approaches you, not bothering to run anymore. You drop into a fighting crouch, trying to think back to your 3rd grade karate lessons for any moves that might be useful. But before you can crush your skull in, you see a flash of movement behind him. Oh boy. He staggers, dropping the club as something hits him from behind.
Oh shit!
Oh.
As much as I appreciate inspiring my fans, I'm gonna have to ask you not to interpret my art so literally. As in, no murdering.
Remele springs off the troll's back after clawing him. And rolls to the side, avoiding his swinging fist.
What the heck was that? What was that expression?
He grabs for his club, which is almost as long as she is tall. Wait, so you can use it. His next blow catches her below the ribcage, sending her flying across the alley and into the brick wall. Oops.
Oh, please let her die.
She's on her feet again fast, but you can tell that she's injured, and now she doesn't have the element of surprise on her side. The purple blood turns his back on you as he closes in on Remele, laughing again. You can't let him kill her, not when she came back for you, but you have no idea how you can help her. Your eyes land on Remele's bag, tossed to the side in the melee. In desperation, you grab a loose paintbrush that rolled out of it, dive forward with a battle cry, and stab the end of the paintbrush deep into the Hiveswap's calf. Oof.
The other end, I assume. Ooh. Violet? You ass. Violet's already a blood, you can't say that.
Purple blood squirts you in the face. He yells, and you manage to roll away just in time to avoid getting smacked.
Smack! He smacks us.
Hey. This is a spatter. This is a spatter. The slight stab wound hasn't slowed him down much, but it's given Remele a chance to dive out of his range, and while he's still trying to grab you, she gets a hold of his club again. Oh!
Oh!
Jesus. Jesus
big
Christ. God.
I'm sorry, that's what he was holding?
Oh. Okay. She's stronger than she looks, strong enough to get a good wind up with that thing, and when he turns toward her, she brings it down hard into his skull. Oof.
Onto
Onto his skull. Oh.
Yes! Yes!
Carnage. It takes a few more good smashes before the troll finally stops groaning and twitching. Remele breathes heavily, wiping blood splatter off her forehead. She looks up, meeting your eyes. You are absolutely positive this is the most dramatic way you have ever been rescued. You can't believe she came back and risked her life for you.
I'm sorry, so... did you get hit with that thing?
How are you alive?
Don't mention it. I needed an accomplice, right?
More of that trademarked troll toughness attribute.
Oh.
Alright. She drops the club and staggers over to you, pausing to spit out cerulean blood.
Yep.
You remember that she took some damage and hurry to support her, offering her your weak human arm to lean on. Is she going to be okay?
I'll be fine. Ceruleans are tough to call, even for a wannabe subjugulator.
Why?
What?
But why?
What do you mean, why?
Why are they tough to call?
Maybe that's just her stereotype.
Hmm.
You know, kind of like... we gals are tough nuts.
Hmm. So bad. Hmm.
Tough nuts to crack.
Worried
You
it's
can't get us.
Worried it's the writer setting bad precedents again.
Snutly.
You're snutly. She tilts her head, looking down at the way her blood swirls with the larger quantities of purple blood pooling on the asphalt.
Huh. That's actually not bad as an artistic medium. The colors and textures work well together.
More blood painting.
What the fuck are you talking about? Fucking blood on asphalt? That's terrible. Terrible medium.
No, it's artistic, Dylan.
Blood
It's
on
like-
asphalt.
It's like, you know, it has an aesthetic to it. The
It's
murdered
got-
on the street aesthetic that trolls all love and know so well.
It's got an urban kick.
Speaking of painting with blood, Amithia, fucking, she was all about, you know, our crimson blood or whatever. I was thinking about it. I was like, wait a minute, animals have red blood. Nepeta uses red blood all the time.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, Amithia? There's red blood everywhere.
Missy has just never seen an animal in her life.
There we go.
Maybe that blue blood kid from Chitter's onto something.
When Newton around.
Time to steal more art.
Anyway, thanks for having my back with that paintbrush. That took some quick thinking. We made an okay team.
Okay.
I never killed anyone before, but that kind of ruled, didn't it?
Oh, you bet. You're not sure that you would choose those exact words, but you're pretty relieved right now. You might not have the bloodthirsty glint in your eyes that Remele does, but maybe you can interpret your adrenaline shakes as euphoric overload or something.
Hell yeah. Me too. I can see why people get into this killing business.
Hmm.
Is it time to be a murderer?
Its voice is like contains like 1 part victory.
That's what I was thinking, yeah. I realized that later, I just didn't mention it.
And silly.
You wasn't such a great artist. I'd consider switching careers.
Wait, if I wasn't such, okay.
It's not.
But sometimes when you're good at too many things, you have to pick one and stick to it. So no professional assassinations for me. I'm still determined to rob the shit out of my competitors, though. And you, now that we've killed someone together, it just makes sense for us to stay partners in crime, right?
Your heart leaps at the implication that she wants to stick together. You truly do not mind breaking every law in the books if it means she'll be your friend. Every law.
Even the friendship laws.
It's a lot of laws.
Nice. We probably don't need to go around breaking every law. I just want to steal some art. But maybe we can reschedule the heist for another day. This neighbor will be crawling with drone.
This neighborhood?
Hmm.
I mean subgrub?
That fancy high blood word.
I guess subgrub might be like suburb, but like neighborhood. Oh yeah, it might be a high blood word. Whatever.
Whatever.
We'll be crawling with drones as soon as they realize a high blood was killed.
You feel bad that this troll attempting to slaughter you ruined Remele's gallery opening.
Oh, are you kidding? My customer base loves this kind of shit. My art will get even more of a violent reputation when word gets out that someone died at my first gallery show. That's metal as fuck.
Troll metal.
Yeah.
You limp out of the alley, supporting Remele with your arm around your waist, and she directs you to the back entrance of her gallery, where the two of you clean off the blood and hide until the drones and the crowds are gone.
If you don't mind, you can lie low at my place for a few days while we plan this heist.
Hey.
And I might as well get some work done while we wait and scheme. That fight was pretty inspiring. You're already my accomplice, so how would you feel about also being?
My muse.
Oh, not again. Not again.
Yay! Yay!
This pose too.
Yeah, of course. Gotta make the same reference.
More blood.
Yay, we win! Alright, let's go to the bust-in option.
Okay.
I hope Remele dies, or I die. I hope one of us dies. I want more people to die. We haven't had people dying in a while.
I'm sure it's
What?
We haven't had people dying in a while. Like, when was the last time somebody died?
If you, there was the time we killed ourselves. There's also the time we roasted in the sun. But of the trolls, I believe only Diemen is the only one that's died.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Back here.
Remele.
You're not. Alright.
Bust down the door.
Let's bust.
It's a bad
Bust. It's a bust.
This is a very bad idea.
We're gonna bust the door down. A heist sounds risky enough without spending extra time trying to pickpocket some keys. Yes, that if this crime is going to happen tonight, it should happen now. No time like the present. This is a great plan. This is a perfect plan.
She's gonna be totally on board. Let's go.
Good point. Let's go break into a museum.
The best plan is no plan.
Start breaking the windows.
First,
I'm the window breaker.
First, we establish dominance. We break the windows and graffiti. We come back
And then
next.
you steal painting.
Then we come back next week.
Anyway, keep going.
We wait for the museum to open. You scoot casually across the street to the museum on the corner. After seeing the kind of looks your unusual appearance draws from passers-by, see it's passers-by.
Right. Yeah.
Remele takes some fabric from her bag and wraps it around your head. Oh.
Now people will probably just assume that you have horns. You're just embarrassed by them being tiny or malformed.
Malformed.
Duck into that alcove shielding the museum's back door and wait for me. I'm gonna circle the block first, just so we seem less suspicious.
Oh my god.
That
Destroying
seems very suspicious.
destroying my ears as you hiss into the microphone.
Sus.
No. Baby. As you wait for Remele by the door, the reality of this caper settles in. You've been excited about the heist at first, because who wouldn't be excited by the opportunity to sneak around to steal some art and stick it to the man, probably while a snazzy soundtrack played? But now you realize that in heist movies they always have blueprints for the place they're gonna rob, and you have no blueprints. It seems like a dire sign. Also, you have only one song.
Please let us die.
You don't have a soundtrack. Before you can get too swept up in your worries, Remele returns. Does she have any idea how to get into this place? Because the door looks pretty unbust-downable to you. Okay. Alright, just had a dumb thought.
What?
They bust down the door with like a boombox with the song. They're like, yes, heist!
Oh, baby.
And they run.
For you.
You're stupid. It's gonna take forever.
Don't worry, I'll draw a lot of things.
Yeah, I've got some tricks up my sleeve. I've never done this before, but it'll probably work.
She roots through her bag until she comes out with several paintbrushes of varying size, then crouches down and uses the skinniest one as a lockpick. Okay. It doesn't work. And then she selects a different paintbrush with different bristles and uses some of the bristles bunched together and the lock clinks open.
Wow, okay.
Magic.
It's possible. It is possible. Ha!
I'm great at this. But I could be an incredible thief if I decided to do that instead of art. You ever take the time to just sit back and acknowledge how great you are at everything you try to do? And how much you trust yourself to never fuck up when it counts?
Honey, you're about to fuck up real bad. I can tell because we already got a good end.
You hope that the question is rhetorical, because your honest answer is that no, you don't have a whole lot of experience acknowledging how great you are at everything you attempt. Your mental acknowledgements lately have mostly been the opposite of that. Maybe it wasn't rhetorical, because Remele stays crouched down like that for a second, looking at you like she wants an answer. When you eventually come up with an awkward shrug, she stands up and puts away her makeshift lockpick, dusting off her hands and opening the door.
I guess not everyone can be at my confidence level. Anyway, let's go.
What are you doing?
What?
Are you making noises? No! Stop it. Oh.
Oh shit. How does anyone be in this museum?
Obviously the lasers aren't on when it's open.
Stunk. Anyway.
You follow her inside, much to your delight. You see that this museum has an infrared laser beam alarm system. How delightful.
Also, we can see them for some reason.
For some reason. Because we have superpowers.
More like, this room is just full of dust. It's just full of crap.
No, they didn't read the whole label on the lasers.
You've been smoking a whole lot of weed recently.
No.
You get in and you get high.
No.
Like, ah, shit.
This makes you appreciate the art more.
Yes, it's the purple-blooded way.
You're stupid. No, really, they're just using laser pointers. It looks so cool, just like in the movies, and you're back to being excited. Remele seems into it too, bouncing on the balls of her feet next to you.
Interesting, very interesting. One of us is going to have to get through these beams to disable the alarm. The box to do it is across the room there. See?
Why are you whispering? Alarm goes off.
No, you fucking idiot.
These lasers are so close together.
Good thing we're so small. You can see the issue. Remele isn't that tall for a troll, but she might be too tall to maneuver through these beams.
And we're short.
Even if she bends over, it's going to be tricky for her to squirm through them all without losing her balance and tripping the alarm. But the trolls that designed this alarm system didn't have your hornless ass in mind when they thought of potential intruders. You stoop over a bit to see if you'll fit, and sure enough, yes! You should be able to shimmy your way through these beams with minimal contortion.
Fuck yeah, I knew I was right to bring an accomplice. Great thinking, me.
What if we get double-crossed?
I think we might triple laser.
Great high skills, you. If you pull this off.
We swing our arm through like 5 lasers to give her a thumbs up.
She runs away. We run to the box to disable it anyway.
You recall what you said about confidence and trusting yourself to not fuck things up and assure her that you've got this. You face the laser beams with all your self-doubt shoved all the way down, where it hopefully won't screw anything up for you. You take a deep breath and crouch down and carefully, so carefully, inch your way forward between the wires. It's the slowest you ever crossed a room in your life, and there are a couple of moments when you teeter and almost lose your balance. You can hear Remele hissing through her teeth behind you at tense moments. When you press on, not looking back. And then you've done it. You've reached the box to disable the alarm system, and you have no idea how you're going to do that. All the buttons are labeled in an alien alphabet. Crap.
Oh, that's right, I forgot. You can't read.
Mm.
Press the one that looks like a meat hook, but with angry eyes.
And I wonder which one that was.
And then press the one that looks like a meat hook, but it's got Purbeast's claws. That should do it.
It sounds bonkers to you. You look back at the buttons, and her descriptions of the letters were actually pretty spot on. I don't know what letters she was talking about, though.
I don't have the letters memorized.
I have a vague depiction of the letters memorized, but
I have a few of them memorized.
didn't sound anything like
Well,
letters.
it may be old Alternian, who knows?
Oh. A. You press the angry eyes and the cat claws, and the whole alarm system makes a soft shuddering noise and clicks and shuts off. You are thrilled. You did it. You knew that doing something right could give you such a rush. It was just like the part of the heist where the heroes had to sweat for a minute but then defeated the unforeseen wrench in their plan.
It's probably another trap or something. Like they expected this to happen, so they have another trap. You're like, oh, we did it! And it's like, no.
They have lasers that are actually
I
invisible.
like how this guy's horn in this back picture is like, one of them is way bigger than the other one.
Stupid. You were certain that there couldn't possibly be any larger wrenches in your plan still to come. Remele crosses the room to join you, giving you an appraising look with her hands on her hips.
Not bad. Thanks for coming through for me like that. Now let's see what we came for. There's one work in particular that I'm here to get.
You follow her through the different galleries, passing through sculpture rooms and oil paintings until you reach a display of pieces that look inspired by pop culture.
Ooh.
Oh boy. The paintings and prints in here remind you a lot of Remele's exhibit, and when you look at her you can see that she's rigid, her eyes flashing, and a passionate blue tint to her cheeks.
I can't believe they call me the hack. Such bullshit. Whatever, it's cool. It doesn't actually bother me. I just need to send the message that they don't want to fuck with me. The painting right here is a direct rip-off of one of my early works, back when I was naive enough to put my art up for free, without realizing it wouldn't just get copied and someone else would get all the credit and the profit.
Oh, dunk.
Well, I learned my lesson. I'll take this so they can't sell it, rip off their rip-off, make something even better, and turn it over for a truckload of cash.
Oh.
Okay.
That one.
Alright.
She grabs the painting, and just when the two of you are ready to heist roll out of there, you hear voices at the back door, and what sounds like a team of security guards coming in.
Fuck.
You must have arrived to investigate the alarm system shutting down. You're ready to embrace your panic, but you stop hyperventilating when you feel Remele's vice-like clawed grip on your arm. The clother strikes again.
Clother.
Don't freak out. Follow my...
Maybe they started writing claws because everyone else started writing claws.
No. No, it's a precedent.
Spreading like a disease.
Like a plague.
Don't freak out. Follow my lead and we can still get out of this.
You assume that the whole heist is off now that security has shown up. But to your surprise, Remele doesn't put the stolen painting back on the wall. She gives your arm one last reassuring squeeze before sauntering out of the room with her head held high, moseying with no hurry towards the front door. You follow her nonchalant lead as best you can. When one of the security guards stops her, Remele gives him a condescending, slightly confused look.
What are you even doing here? My assistant told me she informed all staff that I would be swinging by today to pick this up. Did you miss that memo? Give me a break. I'm sure it must be easy to miss things, right? Because as a security guard, you probably get so much important correspondence every day.
Her four people somehow give her sneering eye roll extra sarcastic force. She yawns, and with her free hand not holding the painting, flicks some non-existent dirt off her shirt. The security troll ate burgundy blood. Judging from the sign on his cop hat, looks uncertain and embarrassed.
Burgundy blood's gonna get cold, man.
But I get it, I understand. Crossed wires. Since you're apparently too busy to do your job right, I'll catch you up to speed. I'm the artist behind this piece, and I've got a wealthy patron interested in commissioning something similar. I'm taking this as a reference in order to negotiate a better deal.
There's absolutely no way these guys will buy her story. The two of you look so guilty, and you still have your yellow sash wrapped around your head, probably looking like an idiot with your head injury. Remele is staring down this guard like it hasn't even occurred to her that she might be questioned. You've never seen someone double down so hard on a story that is such transparent bullshit.
If you want to waste more of my time and yours by calling your superior to verify, go ahead. He might not be thrilled that this mix-up happened, because you can't keep up with your emails, though.
The security troll was already wavering, and at the mention of his emails, he cringes. His coworkers behind him shuffle around, muttering to each other. He steps back, horns lowered in embarrassment, and waves you and Remele through with a mumbled apology. You can't believe this is happening, but the two of you swagger out to the street through the front door, legitimate as anything. You don't stop until you've turned the corner to the next block, and then Remele leans against a wall and laughs, holding her painting happily to her chest.
Haha, suckers! Feels good to get away with things, doesn't it?
But we don't get away. It does feel good, you suppose. Mostly you think you're still reeling. How did she come up with a story like that on the fly? How did she guess correctly that the security guard wasn't some hyper-organized inbox zero kind of a guy who'd never believe that he could have missed the message? Inbox zero kind of a guy. And what a baby.
Baby.
Remele gives you an odd look and reaches forward to unwind her sash from around your head and stuff it into your bag.
I just winged it, man. You overthink things. My guesses are usually right because I'm a creative genius. But if going after him for emails hadn't worked, meh. I guess we'd have been arrested and then I'd talk my way out of that eventually too.
What are you even supposed to do if you're like fucking Newtly low blood trying to guard a thing? And
Well, I assume you have the right to murder anyone under the jurisdiction of a higher blood.
No. Yeah, but what if we're not under the jurisdiction of a higher blood?
Then you can't.
You can't?
Nope.
What a Newton. Great.
I might be wrong.
What a hoot. Wow. You find it hard to believe that she goes through life so easily with that kind of unshakable belief that she can improvise through anything. Doesn't she worry that it will catch up with her someday?
You want the long answer? It's this. Nope, I super don't. And if you still don't get it, I don't know if it's the kind of thing you can really learn.
She picks up the painting again, looking down the street and away from you.
Well, that was a successful heist. Now that I've ruined the competition, I feel inspired. I'm gonna take this home and paint.
Wait, hang on. With a sinking feeling, you realize that she's getting ready to depart, and this friendship might be slipping through your fingers.
Sorry, King. You seem like you're not totally useless, at least. But I'm not one for long-term artistic collaboration. It's a lot easier to talk your way out of tight spots when you're on your own. Peace.
You watch her go, your shoulders sagging with disappointment. You guys stole from a museum together, escaped together, bamboozled the cops together. What are you eating? Cameron? No. You should have bonded over your shared transgressions and culpability.
Let us die.
Every crime movie you've ever seen has taught you that heists bring people closer together, but cultural differences...
We win!
Another confused ending.
Yay! Yay! We did it! Yay!
It's nutty.
You're nutty.
Should have been arrested.
Oh well. What?
Alright, well, thank you everyone
We win!
for watching this incredibly newly episode.
No, listen to me. Eat food.
No. No. Stop it. No, you're bad. You're bad. Get out of here. No. Cameron. Stop. Stop. It's over now. It's over. We're done here. Goodbye.